Hello and welcome into WPT 90.3. We are under a minute left to go in this FCIAC lacrosse quarterfinal matchup. I'm Ethan Kassler and we got Ryder Sklar also on the call. Join back soon after the national anthem.
Welcome lacrosse fans to Paul Lane Field on the campus of Staples High School for tonight's boys FCIAC quarterfinal playoff lacrosse game. Tonight's game is between the Cardinals at Greenwich High School and the Staples Rebels. Greenwich enters the game with a record of 7 wins and 9 losses. Staples enters the game with a record of 12 wins and 4 losses. The head coach at Greenwich High School is Bobby Lutz. The head coach of Staples High School is Will Kuchanski. At this time, we invite all fans to rise and remove their caps for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be performed by Bedford 7th grader Chloe Robin.
Welcome into WWPT 90.3 FM, whether you're joining on the radio or on the live stream. I'm Ethan Kassler, joined alongside my friend Ryder Sklar, and we are here live at Paul Lane Stadium. We have FCIAC quarterfinal lacrosse for you. The 7-9 Greenwich Cardinals coming into town to face your Staples Wreckers sitting at a record 12-4. And Ryder, what does Staples need to do to move on to the semifinals today?
Staples needs to repeat their game plan from May 2nd when they faced Greenwich. They got an 8-3 win. It was pretty dominant. Greenwich played them close, but if you repeat that game plan, Staples is going to move on to the FCIAC semifinals and take on Darien.
It is a 6-3 matchup here seed-wise, and although this might come in seeming like a little bit of an easier game for Staples, it is FCIAC lacrosse, so you know anything can happen, Ryder. We've seen many different upsets throughout the years, and Greenwich is someone you cannot look past, as we are just about underway in this one.
Yeah, if you look back to last year, Staples actually eliminated Greenwich in the 2025 FCIAC quarterfinals. But also, earlier in the regular season, Greenwich defeated Staples in a big upset. So every game in the FCIAC could go to anybody. So you never know. Staples is on high alert. They're coming off a loss to Wilton What do you think Staples needs to do to get past that loss from just a few days ago?
Well, they didn't know. They've had a little bit of an inconsistent season. You've seen that loss to Willen, although Willen is very good. You've seen a couple of different shaky losses, shaky games that shouldn't have been as close as they were. But then you also see the games where they swept New Canaan. They went toe-to-toe with arguably the best lacrosse program or team in the country this year in Brunswick, and only lost by 1 without their star player in Hunter Pillai. They can get the job done. It's just whether they're feeling like it, and a big part of it, honestly, is Eric Skolnick, the Bastion commit, the Fogo. He has been automatic all year.
Yeah, Eric Skolnick has dominated almost every single game. Let's see if he can get off to a hot start right here.
And we are off. The whistle blows. FCIAC quarterfinal matchup underway as Max Hill gets us going, gets the start. Eric Skolnick with the Fogo win, and Staples will take possession first. As they swing it around, Tristan Benton, the senior, leaves off to Hunter Pillai, the star of the season so far for the Staples offensively. Has had many goals. The commit to Bucknell, only a junior, so we'll still get another year here at Staples.
Yeah, this offense has relied on Hunter Pillai a lot throughout this season. Potentially going to happen again today.
As that is Charlie Clark, or excuse me, Petrosino trying to get something going. Nothing to do it for him. It has been Charlie Clark who has the ball now, and Hunter Pillai, the dynamic 1-2 duo. Trying to find a shot. He'll let it rip, and that is just bounced too far right, but Tristan Benton there to retain possession. As you could, we've got a good crowd building for you here. Expect more to come. It's a 60-degree cloudy day, perfect weather for some lacrosse. Ian Frankel now at the top of the key. Staples just keeping possession, chewing into this early clock. They keep possession often. Here's Pillai. He got a window. That, I think, hit off the crossbar. And Ian Frankel there again to retain possession, looking for their third shot to get things going.
Couldn't exactly tell. Maybe Hamill got a stick on it, but that's exactly the look that Hunter Pillai is going to want for the rest of this game. And he's got a Tufts commit guarding him, Teddy Johnson.
Teddy Johnson kind of do it all for Greenwich. Hamill's going to have to have a good game and goal if Greenwich wants a chance here. That's a good start. Pillai trying to find something. That's the star matchup with Teddy Johnson. Now Frankel trying to dodge, make his way towards the net. And I mean, we are 2 minutes in, and Staples still on their first possession of the game. Here's Clark, makes the defender fall, rips, but is still wide, and Staples again gets possession.
The freshman Luke Golden got his ankles broken. Luckily, Staples was not able to score. Another one goes down.
Maybe it's the turf a little slippery. There's been a little rain as that's a shot and goal. Charlie Clark gets things going early. 1-0 lead for Staples 2 minutes into this game.
Staples just dominated the first 2 minutes and 10 seconds, doing whatever they wanted, possessing the ball, and it ends with a Charlie Clark goal.
And I mean, you cannot let Staples get 4 or even 5 attempts at goal. Obviously, one of them going to hit with their high star power offensively.
Also, I mean, Greenwich, you got to stay on your feet. You got 2 guys that just went down. Straub also got his ankle snapped.
Yeah, you can't really tell if it's just a great offense or the turf's a little slippery. Skolnick easily wins the next one as he's on a breakaway, finds Pillai, down low, Charlie Clark again, and that is just too easy. 6 seconds after his last goal, and he has 2 goals.
That was a textbook fast break play in lacrosse, an easy clamp for Eric Skolnick, and an easy 4-on-3. Charlie Clark with a great look. Hamill's not going to be able to do anything with Charlie Clark right in front of him.
Matt Critchell, the Fogo for Greenwich, trying to get things going for Greenwich. I mean, Greenwich has not had possession, and they're already down 2 goals, all due to Charlie Clark. Fight for the ball. Critchell falls on the turf, but Greenwich gets possession. Their first offensive possession, and it is Teddy Johnson, the LCM.
Yeah, in all of our player interviews,
LSM.
Everyone said Teddy Johnson is going to do everything for Greenwich today.
We will see offense as Teddy Johnson will head outside the offensive zone. We got Luke Wazowski. And right now it is Boder Farmer.
Cool, man.
Yeah, Boder Farmer. Dumps it down to James Webster, the junior attackman. We'll see where this offense from Greenwich will come from. In this early deficit, they might need a goal here.
Definitely want to get something going. Can't let Staples get off to a 3-goal lead.
Max Townsend getting hounded by Nate Murillo. The Colgate commit trying to find some space, running circles around the cage. Gets switched on to Bear Swearington, but finally passes it out.
This Staples defense is so strong, it's hard to find a good matchup. If you're the Cardinals, you don't want to dodge on any of these guys. Commits all over the defense for the Wreckers.
As it is Bowden Farmer trying to make a move inside. Kind of got it stripped from him. Greenwich will retain possession. I think that was technically a shot. So it'll be Max Townsend to take it in. Guarded by the senior Bear Swearington. Again, no easy matchups for Greenwich. And as he just passed it, Max Townsend just passed it right to Jake McGeehan, the senior, now on the fast break. Gives it 100 ply. Tipped in the air, and Greenwich retains possession. Zach Wazowski, the freshman, getting hounded. Gets it into the offensive end, gets a good clear. And Greenwich will get their second offensive possession.
Greenwich is fortunate to get the possession back there. Just a great check. And Hunter Pillai turned the ball over. But if you're Greenwich, you got to possess the ball, let your defense rest, and then try to get a goal.
James Webster trying to make a move. The lanky junior. And at your top of your screen, you see the Wazowski brothers. Right now it is Luke Wazowski, the junior, trying to make a move. He dodges on Jake McGeehan. Gives it off to his younger brother, Zach.
It seems that Greenwich likes Wazowski dodging on McGeehan. They've gone to it twice already. Looks like they might be thinking about it a third time.
Now it's the freshman on the senior here as Zach falls down. Zach Wazowski, great defense from Bear Swearington, although Greenwich keeps possession. Max Townsend with a little bit of space now. Max Townsend trying to make a move on Rory Ben. Behind the cage here, and we'll just look to reset. Long outside pass. Luke Wazowski. To his right, behind the cage again. Greenwich keeping possession. Swinging around, trying to find an opening. As a drop ball, and Max Hill will take it gladly. Now Max Hill on the break. Staples has numbers. The Yale commit looks to take it himself. Down low, finds Tristan Benton, cannot let it rip. That is great defense there from Greenwich. And all of a sudden, Greenwich on the fast break. Bobby Stanley.
That would have been a great look for Benton, but he turned it over, was not able to get the shot off. And now back with Greenwich. Greenwich has actually done a good job of being able to possess the ball in this first quarter.
Yeah, they've had great offensive possession, and honestly, that was great defense. 9 times out of 10, that's a goal for Staples with the likes of Max Hill running the fast break.
The only thing Greenwich has not been able to do is get a good shot off. The goalie for Staples, Grant Thiesinger, is yet to see a shot on goal, so maybe one here.
Max Townsend, and it's not even the shots, they just can't create any space as they are dropping the ball left and right. That is Josh Agreda. Taking it around, slowing things down. Bear Swearington has been all over the field so far defensively for Staples. Agreda inside, and that will be another turnover. That is Connor Petrosino, the sophomore, getting hounded. And that will be a timeout Staples.
Yeah.
2-0 lead for Staples. 4:54 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, that was a greedy pass there by Agreda. He was coming up to the cage, and he was looking for Townsend, but you don't really ever want to throw that. It's going to be a turnover a lot of the time. So Staples up 2. What do you think Greenwich needs to do to get going in this game?
Well, Greenwich actually has had majority of the possession so far this first quarter, and they have stopped the counterattack most of the time. I feel like Staples could have had 2 or 3 more goals than they already have, credit to the Greenwich defense. But offensively, they maybe need to step more screens, get more picks. The Dodgers one-on-one isolation right now is not working for Greenwich. Staples' defense, their defensive power just overwhelming Greenwich.
Yeah, it's been locked down. They got to do something, start moving around, create chaos, because if not, they might get shut out today.
Yeah, I mean, just nothing really doing for this Greenwich offense. And the worst thing they could do is turn it over. They have not, I don't think we've seen a shot today, on target, non-target. We haven't seen a shot from Greenwich. We are 7 minutes into this first quarter.
Yeah, if you possess the ball, it will help Greenwich stay in this game later in the game and potentially pull off a big upset in the FCIAC quarterfinals. And as we said earlier, Darien defeated St. Joe's just a few minutes ago. So
yeah,
the winner
in dominant fashion, in fact.
The winner on Tuesday
will face Darien.
Exactly.
As for Staples, it is Petrosino to take things in. And if they can score here, they will really open up a 3-0 lead early. It is the battle of the 26s right now. Connor Petrosino and Campbell Sipple. Staples swinging it around. Charlie Clark looking for his third. Bounce pass, Pillai. That is way too much space, and he lets it rip and scores. 3-0 lead for Staples. They look unstoppable right now.
You can call it luck, you can call it skill. It looked like Charlie Clark was looking for Ben Martell there, but it ended up right in Hunter Pillai's stick with the perfect shot. And Hunter Pillai goes right to the top right. Perfect shot. And the Wreckers are up 3.
Rather be lucky than good sometimes, and that's exactly what it was. Hunter Pillai just with way too much room, and you know he's going to bury that one. So Charlie Clark, in this first quarter with 4:30 left, has 2 goals and an assist already. Skolnick, 2-1, now 3-1 on the day. Still hasn't really picked it up, though. Charlie Clark does. He's getting doubled. And I think we'll reset with Pillai. Hunter Pillai just slowing things down, calming things down. 3-0 lead, approaching 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Ben Martell gone to the offensive zone. Dishes out to Pillai, who finds Ian Frankel. Frankel trying to dodge. Nothing doing. Finds Pillai just calming things down. Now a screen. All the way down. Benton could not get it on goal. Greenwich ends up with it. Greenwich getting hacked. Alex Nezel trying to get rid of it. High press from Staples. Finally finds Campbell Sipple, who launches it downfield. Rough attack. And I mean, the ball is bouncing all over the place. Grant Thiester with his first touch on the game. Gets it to Ian Frankel. Staples crowd loves it. Frankel now in the offensive possession. I mean, Staples just never let Greenwich sit offensively.
Yeah, Alex Neitzel for Greenwich was getting absolutely hounded by the Wreckers' attack. And that led to a successful, or an unsuccessful clear for Greenwich.
And now Ian Frankel just holding it on the 25-yard line. Gives it out to Connor Petrosino, the sophomore. We got baseball going on to the right. Staples Athletics in full display. I believe Staples baseball is winning at the moment against New Canaan in the FCIAC quarterfinals. Back to here, bad pass from Nick Weil, trying to find Hunter Pillai. The ball just kind of stops. There's a fight for the ball at midfield. Frankel just kind of throws it up. Finds Charlie Clark with a lot of space. He lets one rip. What a save Jack Hamill, I mean, I don't really know what happened. Ian Frankel just threw it up.
Yeah, some Greenwich players, I think, got confused, thought an over and back call was going to be called on the Wreckers, but it was not, and Ian Frankel took advantage just there.
Charlie Clark trying to find his third goal on the day already. We have 2 minutes left in this first quarter. It has been all Staples so far. Frankel diving, gets pushed from behind. That will be a delayed penalty. Right now, we have a penalty upcoming, but Staples holds possession for now. Petrosino makes a move, finds Frankel inside and scores! Ian Frankel found way too much space right in front of the goal.
Yeah, right on the crease. Ian Frankel is able to put it right in the back of the cage. And I believe the penalty is going to be taken off. And we're going to go back. We're going to go to even here. But it's super important when you get the delayed penalty to take advantage of the possession, not rush, and get the perfect opportunity, just as the Wreckers did right there.
And I mean, it is all Staples this first quarter. Minute 45 left. And Staples taking a commanding 4-0 lead. See if Skolnick can win another one. He's been dominant all year. With the combination of Max Hill and Nate Murillo, a little behind the back pass from Nate Murillo, a little flashy there. Finds Bear Swearington, and Staples will get possession right now in their defensive half. As they cross the timeline, that is Rory Benton. Finds Charlie Clark, who finds Tristan Benton. The Benton twins right now on offense together. Although Rory Benton will sprint back to the defensive half.
1 minute remaining. Staples looking like they're going to wait for the last shot, not give Greenwich an opportunity to cut this to a three-goal game.
Yep, just waiting for the last shot. Hunter Pillai, as we see them set up their offense. Ben behind the cage is the orchestrator of this offense right now, Hunter Pillai, giving it off to Ian Frankel. I wouldn't be surprised if this ball ends up in the hands of Charlie Clark or Hunter Pillai. Under 30 seconds to play now. Charlie Clark Hunter Pillai just waiting and waiting. Having a little game of catch with Ian Frankel at the moment. Now 50 seconds. Pillai starting to make his move, gets a screen. Out to Weil. Someone got to go now. 10 seconds. Weil at the top of the key gives to Frankel. Frankel, there's 5 seconds now. Weil trying to make a move. Rips it. Shot saved by Hamill, and that will be your first quarter. All Staples in this one so far. 4-0 Staples. 2 goals from Charlie Clark, a goal from Ian Frankel, and a goal from Hunter Pillai.
Yeah, great save there by Hamill. A pretty routine save though, but the Wreckers off to a great start. They already have half as many goals as they did in the first matchup just a few weeks ago. That shows how much this team has grown in the last 2 weeks.
And we've come into this thing about the 9-6 loss to Wilton they had a couple of days ago, thinking how will it affect them. They've come out, and I feel like they've come out with a little more fuel.
Yeah, I think they have a chip on their shoulder. They got the 3 seed in the FCIAC, and I think if that Wilton loss didn't happen, the Wreckers could have been the 1 or 2 seed. So losing that game, now they're the 3 seed. They have a chip on their shoulder to prove that they can beat anybody in the FCIAC.
And I've done some player interviews before this, and I've heard that FCIAC playoffs are harder than the state playoffs because of the amount of hard matchups, especially early on, where in the state playoffs, it's more of a gimme, kind of easier teams to play in the earlier rounds, while here you face off Greenwich, who has had the best season, but obviously a great team all around.
Yeah, in the state playoffs, those first 2 rounds are lower level teams, and the FCIAC is where the best lacrosse is. You got to win 3 hard games to be successful. And if you look at Staples, they've actually only won the FCIAC 1 time ever, and that was 2 years ago. But in the last 4 years have won the state playoffs 3 times.
Wow.
So, shows the difference of how difficult it is to win the FCIAC.
Well, the players are on the field. We have switched sides, and we are about ready to kick off this second quarter of quarterfinal FCIAC action. Eric Skolnick so far has won, I believe, 4 out of the 5 faceoffs. As he wins that other one is Max Hill, the short stick, taking it in. He's got some speed to himself. He might take it himself. Dishes it behind the net to Tristan Ben. It is now Nick Weil. And I mean, this offense is really good. With a full head of speed, Ian Frankel just kind of decks the Greenwich defender. Campbell Sipple hit the deck trying to defend Ian Frankel there.
Looked like Ian Frankel, he was coming right down the field, was going to get a perfect shot, but he chose not to shoot it and instead run right through Campbell Sipple. Definitely a tough kid to take that hit.
Yeah, and we see a little bit difference in the coaching defensively. Greenwich sitting back in a shell, not letting anything inside, while Staples is all pressure all the time.
Yeah, they've changed to a zone defense to stop the Wreckers.
Trying to mix things up, confuse them. Here's Hunter Ply, and he is not confused from outside the arc. Oh my goodness, what a shot.
What a shot. I think the Greenwich defense confused themselves there. They were lost on who was supposed to go out and guard or play Hunter Pillai. I saw 3 guys kind of look at each other at the end of that play, all confused. And the Wreckers are up 5-0.
5-0, wow. And of all the players on this Staples roster, I think, to leave open, that could be the worst. You cannot give Hunter Pillai that much space, and he showed you guys why.
He's been the best player on the Staples offense all year. He's been consistently that. Not a recipe for success for the Cardinals.
Not at all, as Nate Murillo trying to, or excuse me, that was Jake McGeehan trying to get in there to win the faceoff. That was a great pickoff there from Rory Benton as he's trying to clear. Gives it to Nate Murillo. The Colgate commit trying to make it dodge. Bowden Farmer trying to follow him step for step, and it will end with Charlie Clark. And we have seen this Staples just resetting time after time, getting their plays done. And Greenwich, I mean, not pressuring, just let Staples kind of do what they want.
Yeah, the Wreckers are getting their subs. Bringing on Ian Frankel now.
As he has the ball at the 35-yard line. Gives it to Charlie Clark. Clark and Pillai both with 2 goals early in this game. We still have 10 minutes left in the first half. It is a 5-0 lead. Weil now finds Clark, trying to find something. Weil finds Frankel down low. Kind of a bad pass, and that will be a turnover. Bad pass from Frankel. It will go Greenwich way. Hamill will pick it up for Greenwich. And Staples in their high press. Much different to Greenwich.
Yeah, they leave the cage wide open. So Thiesinger's going to have to get back in.
I mean, at some point, the cage is still wide open.
Hard to make it from this far out, 30 yards right now.
Lukaszowski, as Thiesinger went back into the cage. Greenwich gets their first offensive possession of the quarter, and they got a lot of ground to make up, already down 5 goals, and that is not how you do it. Ball bouncing on the floor. Tyler Bell getting hounded by Rory Benton, and there is no let up in the Staples defense.
If Greenwich wants to get back in this game, they got to get a goal right here. They haven't had the ball, it seems like, all quarter. Finally an opportunity.
James Webster behind the cage. And I mean, I don't think they've had a shot on goal, as that ball is tipped around, ends up finding Max Townsend. And we said before, Teddy Johnson, the do-it-all for Greenwich, but he is a defensive player. And so offensively, they don't really have much going for them. No commits offensively, something you don't see much in FCIAC play. Townsend trying to find his way near Thiesinger. I think that was a shot and saved by Thiesinger, a little hard to tell. Didn't seem to make too much trouble for Thiesinger, as the Staples will get possession. Now Max Hill easily clears it into the offensive half.
Max Hill unstoppable when clearing the ball. Weil almost throws it away, and
He does. Pillai couldn't pick it up, and now Greenwich might have some momentum here. It's a 3-on-2. What a dodge by Webster. He's in close. He tries to slide it by, and it is a goal. I don't know what happened there, but Webster kind of rolled it past Grant Thiesinger.
Yeah, one-on-one with the goalie, and he goes right. He just rolls the ball right under Thiesinger's right leg, and there was some confusion there if the goal was going to count, because I believe he did end up in the crease, but the refs say it stands, and the game is going to be now 5-1 in favor of the Wreckers.
Greenwich finally get on the board, and maybe they can build a little something. That was just a... It was a 3-on-2 advantage for Greenwich, and Webster made the most out of it. As Skolnick easily wins that face-off again. He has been dominant today and truly all season. This is a long pass to Pillai up at the 40-yard line. He is getting hounded. That's another turnover for the Staples offense. Teddy Johnson, the LSM, gets it off, and Greenwich now has a little bit of momentum. Luke Wazowski, someone has to pick him up, and what a play from Nate Murillo. Poked the stick from behind, and you can tell why he might get All-State at the end of the year.
What a check. It looked like Luke Wazowski was going to have a perfect opportunity to get another one in the cage for the Cardinals. But a vital turnover now with the Wreckers.
And Jake McGeehan.
I would say the biggest weakness for the Wreckers this season has been transition. If you go back to the Brunswick game, which I believe you were on the call for.
I was.
I mean, Brunswick probably scored 4 or 5 goals in transition during that game. So you see Greenwich just got one there. That's probably the recipe to win this game, is create transition looks.
Yeah, we've seen it, just forcing Staples turnovers offensively for Greenwich, and then transitioning and capitalizing on that will probably be the recipe for success for Greenwich. They're not out of it yet. There's only 5-1. Not that great of a lead in FCIAC, you never know. Staples trying to respond. Here's Pillai. He'll let it rip, and he scores! Pillai with the hat trick. Poetry in motion from Hunter Pillai.
Hunter Pillai, that's his shot. He's going to make that every single time. I mean, look at the Staples bench. Look at these dances. Look at the celebration.
And if you want to see any celebrations, any dance moves, duck, duck, goose, some bench press, whatever you want, the Staples bench has it. It's called themselves the Red Dog, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it's Red Dog.
Couldn't tell you why.
That's what they call themselves. And they're kind of in a competition, I hear, with the Richfield bench. Who's the best bench in the FCIAC?
And I mean, I haven't seen the Richfield bench, but I'm looking at it now, and that is hard to compete with that Staples bench, the Red Dogs.
Shout out.
Shout out the Red Dogs, as what a win from the Fogo for Greenwich, as they will get possession. That was a new Fogo. I think that was Teddy Johnson.
That is.
I mean, we were talking about the do-it-all. Normally they're Fogo, Matt Critchell, put in Teddy Johnson one time, and he wins it. It is 6-1, though, for Staples. Teddy Johnson is in the offensive zone currently, as we have Webster, the only goal scorer for Greenwich, as he tries again. He hits the pole hard, and he goes down. Great save from Grant Thiesinger, as Webster is a little shaken up.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be all right, but the cage got moved, so stop a play.
Grant Thiesinger has played well so far. He's made, I think 2 or 3 saves, only let up 1 goal so far. We have 5:45 left to play in this first half, as Staples just not really getting pressured that much. Greenwich blocking off the midline. Staples easily penetrates, though, and finds Charlie Clark. Flag is thrown.
Offsides for the Cardinals. They have 7 men on. So it's going to be difficult to score a 6-on-7 here, but I've actually seen the Wreckers do that before this season, I believe in the LaSalle game.
Wow. And they are playing man down. You can see on the bench there were some guys acting as dogs on all fours. Here's Ian Frankel. Finds Pillai looking for his 4th goal of the game, which is crazy to say with still 5 minutes left in this second quarter. They send 2 at Pillai, just trying to shut him down. He is unfazed, it still has it. It is still a 6-on-7, so I would say that is smart from Greenwich. They have an extra man to double Pillai as he makes his move. Can't get past 2, and he just continues to hold it. He finds Petrosino. Petrosino gets doubled. Finds Pillai. Pillai in the middle. Kind of errs on the shot. Greenwich trying to pick it up. They do. And the delayed penalty will go into effect.
Yeah, Pillai, he had no choice but to shoot that. He had probably 3 Greenwich players surrounded him, and he just had to get off a quick shot. But the Wreckers power play, or man up, is coming up here.
It goes from a 6-on-7 in favor of Greenwich to a 6-on-5 now offensively in favor for Staples. We'll see how their power play acts. Up 5, and if they score here, they will really open it up. And I mean, Greenwich has had really nothing offensively except for that one 3-on-2 transition. They need to make a stand here. And I don't think it would be crazy for me to say that Staples will take their time with this one as they just swing the rock around.
They definitely will. They believe it's a minute penalty.
And they will use all of that minute. Trying to find any space as it is down low. Jack Pillai, younger brother of Hunter Pillai, the freshman, trying to get any action on the penalty kill. Franco slips. Greenwich trying to come up with it. Hunter Pillai ends up with a great spin move to set himself free. A little bit of razzle-dazzle from Hunter Pillai. Now we'll see what Charlie Clark can do. As Franco, great pass. Jack Pillai in close and scores! The Pillai brothers, one in after another, putting on a clinic here at Paul Lane Stadium.
I believe that, is that four combined goals between the Pillai brothers? Many more to come in this game. I find it actually ridiculous. The Pillai brothers have 4 goals, the rest of the Staples team has 2.
And Greenwich team has 1.
Yes. Multiply the Greenwich goals by 4, and it equals the Pillai brothers' goals.
I mean, this is just dominance at its finest.
Yes, back to even here. 6-on-6.
7-1 lead for Staples. They just continue to add on. And we are not even to halftime. And I think in Greenwich's head, they're just in their head, they're like, make it to halftime. We have to get a little reset. As Skolnick absolutely trucks Teddy Johnson on that one.
Teddy Johnson went airborne there.
Did a little bit of acrobatic play. Whatever to get the ball, and he does. As Greenwich gets possession, they need one here, and they need one badly. Luke Wazowski. I know I'm mispronouncing that. Wisaki. I'm not great with pronouncing names, so excuse me if I mispronounce. Don't mean any harm by it. Here is his younger brother, actually, Zach Wazowski. And Greenwich finds Webster. Webster trying to make a move. The only goal scorer for Greenwich up to this point as we creep under 3 minutes to play in this half. Greenwich need to get one back here. Tyler Bell around, and what a shot, and scores! Zach Wazaki, the freshman, gets one back for Greenwich. It is only 7-2 now. 5-goal lead for Staples, and I mean, that one, did that go bar down?
I believe it did. I think it did hit the crossbar. It's hard to tell from our angle, but that's a nice step-down look for Wasaki.
What a shot, the freshman. We've had 2 back-to-back freshman goals by Jack Pillai and Zach Wazaki, as the future is bright in both of these programs. Now, if Teddy Johnson, the Fogo for Greenwich, the do-it-all, could get a win here, get some momentum back, they got a chance, but Eric Skolnick says no, wins the Fogo in dominant fashion. Timeout. I think timeout by Staples. Coach K wants to talk it over.
His team with a 5-goal lead with 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's been a great game from them. offensively, for the most part, much better than they did just a few weeks ago in this matchup. I mean, if the Wreckers can keep this lead, maybe we see some other guys getting some playing time, which is a cool opportunity in the playoffs.
Indeed, it's a great opportunity for some of the underclassmen, some of the guys that don't normally get to see the field. But take me through the Greenwich huddle right now. Coach Bobby Lutz, what is he telling his players?
Gosh, I mean, if I'm him, just need to get transition looks. That's how you got your first goal. I mean, the second one was a nice step down shot, but find transition, create turnovers from your defense, and try to get a quick opportunity. Because when you settle the ball against the Staples defense, I don't like any of the matchups for Greenwich to dodge.
Yeah.
I don't like a single one.
I don't think they can go. They have the ability to go one-on-one against this Staples defense, so it'll have to be quick passes, cuts, transition, all of that to try to scrap together some goals. As we have right in front of us, some alumni from the Staples lacrosse team in their years. Adam Udell, I think he won Freshman of the Week at Michigan multiple times. He had a great season. Josh Marcus, himself the goalie at UNC. They've won a couple of titles here at Staples in the past years.
Yeah, they won, I believe, 3 state championships.
Wow.
And a FCIAC championship. So.
What a class that is. These seniors and juniors have the ability to do that themselves. As we are seeing today, 7-2 lead as Charlie Clark tries to make his move. He'll spend his next 4 years playing lacrosse at Vermont. Swings it over to Hunter Ply. Commits all over the field. He's going to Bucknell. In close, and what a goal by Tristan Benton. That was great offense as we got row your boat on the bench for Staples. And Staples responds nicely, 8-2. Just keeps padding their lead, not letting Greenwich even think about coming close.
Benton just snuck by his defender, hugging the crease, and was able to get an easy look. Gets it right past Hamill.
And I mean, that play was drawn up to succession. I mean, they executed that perfectly. Coach K has to be proud of his players after that play. Eric Skolnick and Teddy Johnson. To tie it up again, it will be Nate Marilla Max Hill with the ball. We can see his speed. He stops, though, and gives it to Charlie Clark. We have had, I think, 4 or 5 different goal scorers for Staples in this first half. We still have 2 minutes to play. Could be some more goals in this half alone, as it is 8-2 lead for Staples.
They're slowing it down, potentially going to wait for the last shot, just as they did at the end of the first quarter. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Will not be a bad idea at all. You got Jack Ply give it off to his brother, Hunter Ply. 4 goals, like we said, between the two Ply brothers. Now Charlie Clark. We've seen some doubles from Greenwich trying to mix up their defensive look. Frankel now. Already in the score sheet once. Here's Ply, finds a move, and that is way too high. But Tristan Benton will be there to get the ball.
If the Staples offense can get another goal right here, you got to think Greenwich's defense is going to be completely demoralized.
And what's to say they're not demoralized at this point? I mean, 8 goals, that's a tough mentality, but they do get a steal. Teddy Johnson will be in transition, and they need this one, as Teddy Johnson gets absolutely crushed. Ben Martell, the freshman.
I believe they got a timeout call.
Right before. Wow, what a timeout
by Coach Bobby Lutz for the Cardinals. Teddy Johnson got checked by Ben Martell, fell down, took a hard hit.
What a play from the coach Bobby Lutz. You don't see that often, but Bobby Lutz saw his star player in Teddy Johnson gonna get crushed.
I believe they just did a shout out
to Josh Marcus.
I believe so.
And Adam Udell, just as we were talking about them. Nick Armentero there as well, and some other alumni.
All of the Staples super fans and the Wreckers' parents just cheered very loud.
Just love that one. Love their alumni. As we have a lot of current Staples students here at attendance. Got a good student section going on.
Yeah, it's the playoffs now, so a lot more fans are going to be going to these games, which is super cool for everybody. It creates a bigger atmosphere, and I'm sure the players love it.
And I mind you, as I see Justin Halkey on the field waving his arms. Don't know what he's doing, but he is a stud in himself. He has been on IR all year. He suffered an injury during the football season. I'm not quite sure. It might have been Achilles or something along those lines.
I think it's a torn MCL.
Torn MCL. You hate to see it. He has been missed. He's missed out his entire lacrosse season. He's committed to play at Williams.
Yes.
At Williams lacrosse, and I mean he would be up there with Charlie Clark and Hunter Pillai. So they're doing all of this without him. Their eight goal performance so far with under a minute to go. 56.7 seconds remaining. Greenwich has 2 goals. They need to get one here. Being down 5 is not the biggest disaster, as Tyler Bell is trying to get a dodge on Finn Edwards. And he does. What a move by Tyler Bell. Finds Bowden Farmer. Long pass out, and that'll reach the freshman Zach Rizaki, one of the 2 goal scorers, trying to make a move isolated against Jake McGeehan, senior against freshman, as Zach just passes it up. Finds inside, but a bad pass could not connect. Max Townsend cannot get his hands on it, as there are 17 seconds and Staples in transition. Rory Ben finds Charlie Clark. There are 10 seconds. They got to go. Charlie Clark finds Pillai for his 5th goal. Are you kidding me? Does this kid miss?
It's every single time he goes high. Surprising that Jack Campbell hasn't been able to catch on. Another incredible rip. And the Wreckers take a 7-goal lead going into the half. 6.7 seconds remaining. There's still enough time maybe for Skolnick to win a face-off, go down the field and get another goal.
I mean, oh my goodness, does Hunter Pillai miss? He is automatic. He 4 goals in the first half.
Yes, he has 4 goals.
I mean, this could be the end of his playing time today, because we could see some more of the subs. Don't want to risk an injury. As Skolnick, there's 3 seconds, got to try something. Murillo just kind of drops it, and he shoots it as nowhere close. Might that hit a kid? Ooh. Almost hit a kid. Wow, that was a little dangerous from hit a kid in the back. But that will be all. What a dominant half from your Staples Wreckers. We will catch you in 10 minutes after the break. It is Staples 9, Greenwich 2. We will see you in 10 minutes.
I remember when we were driving in.
that either what.
Welcome back into the studios of WWPT 90.3 FM. We are just about ready to get underway in this second half. We have FCIAC quarterfinal lacrosse matchup for you here. Staples versus Greenwich, a matchup across all sports, a blue-blooded rivalry. Staples, though, is winning 9-2. This one has not been close at all. And Ryder, frankly, what has gone wrong for Greenwich in that first half?
I mean, Ethan, what hasn't gone wrong for this team? I mean, there's not a lot of bright spots. Maybe, they had a goal. They had 2 goals, actually.
Yeah, 2 goals.
2 pretty solid goals, 1 in transition. Got to get back to that, but their offense was very weak. They couldn't dodge on any of the Staples defenders. They tried dodging on McGeehan a few times, didn't really work, but they're going to need a whole lot to get the job done here.
It does feel like that for sure. What a comeback it would be if they somehow come out with a win. And when it rains, it pours, Ryder, and that's kind of what happened to this Greenwich defense. As we are underway, Max Hill will pick up the face-off win, which happened quite a lot in the first half. As Staples trying to cross into the attacking half. And they do so easily. Rory Benton gives out to Hunter Bly. Hunter Bly 4 goals in that first half alone. Didn't know if we'd see him coming out in the second half. Just because of the scoreline, maybe sub him out, get some guys that don't really normally play much, some options.
I would say once you get the lead, maybe 3 or 4 more goals, you're going to see some backups get in.
Probably around double digits.
Yep. In the fourth quarter. But the Wreckers, they want to get their guys ready for the next round if they're able to win this game.
And this is the 6 versus 3 matchup. Obviously, Staples, the 3 seed. Winner will face the number 2 seed, Darien, in Wilton on Tuesday. Darien, one of the best teams in the country. Clark makes off a defender fall down. Great hustle from Greenwich to recover. Here's Weil inside. What a stop from Hamill. It looked like Staples had an easy chance, but Greenwich recovered as a team defensively.
Yeah, Weil goes high to high there. Got to change levels if you want to get a goal there.
Here's Townsend. Townsend getting doubled, getting hounded by Murillo. By Petrosino, somehow gets it off to Webster, one of the 2 goal scorers. He in close, and it's a collision with the goalie. I don't know what happened.
He jumped into the crease and went straight into Grant Thiesinger. Decked him, almost snaps him in half, but
I think Webster actually took the most of that hit, as Thiesinger seems fine. As there's no goalie, and Pillai, that might be the easiest one he's had all day, and that is the 5th goal for Hunter Bly today.
Hamill gets out of the cage to try to help on the clear, or help against the clear, but ends up in Pillai's hands, and that was easy as cake.
I mean, we've seen some easy shots that Pillai's had a lot of space. I don't think it gets any easier than that one. It's hard to miss, even if you're not a Bucknell commit. 10-2. Staples lead, and they just keep adding on to their lead.
Another face-off here. Skolnick dominated today.
And Max Hill, again, will pick up the face-off. He got some space. Max Hill, will he let one rip? Max Hill! Oh, he doesn't, and the fans wanted that one. Max Hill, a defender, a center mid, doesn't see much attacking as he will get subbed off.
Yes, have not seen much offense from Max Hill, but that's a great shot, and they're able to keep possession, so that's all that matters.
As they will likely chew the clock. I don't see why they wouldn't. There's 9:45 left, and I mean, they're in no rush to end the possession here, up 8 goals. Here's Weil to Clark. Clark, 2 goals within the first 3 minutes. Nothing since, but everyone else has prospered. Clark finds Weil. Weil trying to get things going for himself. Finds Martell inside. Could not finish. Ends up in the stick of Benton. Now it'll be Clark looking for the hat trick. He'll let one rip. What a stick save from Hamill. Fundamental so far.
Hamill's having a great start to the second half, but
As I say that, the announcer's jinx as Hamill just kind of throws it away, trying to beat the Staples press. It'll be a turnover, and now Pillai got numbers. Or excuse me, Ian Frankel. Frankel gives it to Martell, the freshman. Kind of two freshmen that normally get playing time. It's Martell and Jack Pillai. Jack Pillai already a goal on the day. We'll see if Martell gets anything. As Tristan Benton, sorry. No, it's Petrosino, now Pillai. Can he get the double hat trick? Gets doubled. Here's Frankel, he'll let one rip. He got hit as he shot it, so it was a very weak shot. Rolls out of bounds, and Martell was the closest to it.
Great slide there by Teddy Johnson to stop Frankel's shot. But you saw they doubled Hunter Pillai right away once he got the ball and looked to score. Definitely smart from Coach Lutz.
As there will be a turnover, moving screen from Greenwich, as they will now get the possession. We've talked about the transition. Another flag flies. There will be a delayed penalty. Luke Wazaki was getting hounded, as now penalty will go into effect. Greenwich will have a man up, and they're in desperation mode. They badly need this one, Ryder.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the records went off sides. They did on that play, but I don't know if the refs called that one or just a different penalty. But a great opportunity here for Greenwich to get another one and cut down this Staples lead.
And when Webster gets the ball, James Webster, we have seen him maybe 4 times. He just attacks and kind of goes right at Grant Thiesinger and has hit him a couple of times now. Kind of an interesting tactic. Might see it again as he is really close to the goal.
That seems to be their best offense, so why not?
Why not give it to him again? A little bit of a hidden ball trick, as no one on Staples was fooled. As Greenwich just swinging around trying to find the open option. Max Townsend with it will reset. Gives it to the freshman, Zach Wasaki, to his older brother, Luke Wasaki.
Even now.
Great time killing from the Staples defense. Now even with Webster. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to drive towards the goal on the right side. But he will bring this one out instead.
Yeah, not going to be easy for Webster with Bear Swearingen on him.
Townsend trying to make it dodge, trying to make his move. And that is hard to do against Neighborillo, as Neighborillo forces the turnover. Neighborillo, defense personified. But he gets hounded. There's a turnover, scrap for the ball. He will end up with it. It is Bear Swearingen. He's getting hacked. He tries to get forced out of bounds. What a play from Bear Swearingen to save it for Staples.
The game got really physical right there. Rory Benton.
Yeah, excuse me, Rory Benton.
He took a big hit.
What a play from Rory Benton there. Saves the ball, gets possession for Staples. As Hunter Pillai will calm things down in the offensive zone, wait for the play call from Coach K.
6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. It's been pretty quiet so far the last few minutes.
Only 1 goal and we're halfway through the third quarter. I think that's mainly in part due to the fact that Staples just trying to hold it, trying to waste as much clock as possible. It's Petrosino now on the drive, finds Pillai inside. A little bit of a risky pass. Charlie Clark picks it up though, gets doubled. He's swinging outside. Got Hunter Pillai wide open in the middle. Petrosino couldn't find him. It is now Charlie Clark. He'll let one rip. Stick save from Hamill. Ball on the ground. It's loose. Staples will end up with it. What a play from Ian Frankel. Takes some hits. Now Pillai trying his side. Missed pass to Tristan Benton. Benton couldn't handle it. Now Clark sees 2 defenders at him. Swings it around. Greenwich recovers nicely. This is a great possession defensively from Greenwich. Ply now gets 2. Many defenders flying at him. Dumps it down to Weil. In the middle. Finds Petrosino in the middle. Gets hit as he shot. Hamill goes down the goalie. Staples still have possession of 4 minutes and 30 seconds remain. And this is sound defense from Greenwich.
Staples is putting this Greenwich defense on their heels. They've gotten about 4 good looks this possession. Definitely tired, especially those middies running down the field. Gonna look to dodge right here on them.
Teddy Johnson, leader of this Greenwich team, finds Pillai, and that is the double hat trick. It is Hunter Pillai's world, and we are all living in it.
My goodness. Hunter Pillai with another goal. We say that every game, it feels like.
I mean, it's just been, that statement has been on repeat. We have said it 6 times so far. The double hat trick, you rarely see that. It is 11-2 to Staples' lead. Might start to see some of the bench players, the Red Dogs as we called them in the first half.
Yeah, we saying Hunter Pillai, he's been the offense for this team all season. You go back to that Brunswick game where Pillai was not able to play. Just imagine what could have happened against the #1 team in the country if he was there. It could have been a completely different result.
Couldn't have said it much better myself. As Staples, Eric Skolnick winning face-off after face-off. I mean, there's no hope for this Greenwich team. It seems like they're just getting dominated on all sides of the ball.
Fight for the ground ball here.
Fight for the ground ball. I mean, still going. There are many Greenwich defenders. No one can pick it up. Finally, Namarillo. And they got numbers. They have a 3-on-2. He gives a bad pass to Charlie Clark. That'll be a turnover.
That fight for that ground ball, it looked like it was going to be Staples, then Greenwich. It flip-flopped back and forth. Campbell Sipple actually tripped over the ball, but eventually ended up with the Wreckers.
And the Wreckers still in their high zone press. We see Namarillo all the way up in the offensive end. As that is a risky passage, just like that. Staples gets back possession. Who else but Namarillo with the ball? I mean, Greenwich cannot get anything going. They can't even get on offense at this point. It's Max Hill, and that is way too easy into the offensive zone. Good luck trying to stop him from doing that.
The Wreckers' ride has been dominant today over the Greenwich Clear. Really nothing Greenwich can do. All their players are locked off, and they're not, when you're not as skilled and as fast as the Wreckers, it's gonna be hard to beat it. Max Hill just holding the ball. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
We are still yet to see some of the bench players get into this game. It's been all the starters all the time for Staples. I mean, and it is proving to be effective. 11-2 lead. Could make it double digits. Here's Max Hill inside. Double digit lead. That's the hat trick for Charlie Clark. And I mean, it's not over till the fat lady sings, Ryder, but I mean, I hear some noise coming from the other side.
Kind of feels like Greenwich can start up the buses.
Kind of feels like they can start the buses. They can put the bow on this one. I mean, you never say never, but I mean, it is a 12-2 lead for Staples. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. And if things have been any like the past game, or the game so far, I mean, Staples is only going to add to it.
Actually, something unusual there. They let Max Hill stay on offense. He hasn't done much of that this season. And he was the player that started the dodge, and he got the assist there. So
might have to do that a little more often.
I mean, I would definitely think the coaches love to see that for Max Hill. Obviously an All-American defensive player.
Yeah.
But you know what? He can do it on both sides. And you got now Matthew Tiber checking in.
Got
for
some
the first time.
Yep.
And Jack Pillai.
And Jack Pillai, Matthew Tiber, the senior, Ben Martell and Jack Pillai, the freshman, getting some new action alongside these seniors, or the starters, in Connor Petrosino, Charlie Clark, and Hunter Pillai. Those are your 6 offensively for Staples right now. This is Jack Pillai. Give it to Charlie Clark, a minute 30 left. Staples still on the attack. Petrosino hasn't got his name in the score sheet yet. I say yet because it seems like there's a lot more opportunities upcoming. Clark with a spin move. He'll let one rip. Not really close, but Ben Martell will be there to pick up the ball. Minute 12 left, and I assume Staples kind of just going to hold till the last 20 seconds.
We've seen them try to do it at the end of both quarters. Definitely going to do it again here, I'd assume. Passing it around. Just going to wait for the perfect matchup. This might be it right here.
Luke Wisocki. Connor Petrosino inside, trying to find Hunter Pillai for his 7th goal. Great hustle, though, from Matthew Tiber, the fresh legs, but it ended up being a turnover out of bounds, and now Greenwich might be able to salvage something. Down now 45 seconds left. I mean, this Staples pressure is not letting up. They do not care what the scoreline is. They are not giving up any inches.
They just turn it over, Greenwich, every single time, trying to make it clear.
And that is way too close. Ben Martell, and you could just put that in the net already.
Late penalty as well.
And in basketball, they call it an and one. Ben Martell gets the goal and the foul. It is an 11-point lead for Staples.
An and one for the Wreckers. I see the Wreckers basketball team doing that a lot last season.
Basketball team had a pretty successful season, undefeated in the regular season, rolled through FCIAC, won the championship, and ultimately came up short in the state playoffs. But as I believe to our right, Staples baseball game has ended, and I believe it was a 7-run inning from New Canaan to take the lead. They ended up winning, I think, 15-5. I don't know the final score, but it was something like that. And Staples baseball knocked out of the FCIAC playoffs. Completely different story, though, on the lacrosse field.
Of course, Max Hill now getting it into the offensive zone. See if the coaches are going to let him stay out on the field.
Looks like they will. As 10 seconds left, Clark, can we get something? Here's Pillai, a dagger. Here's Martell. He's just had a goal himself. Spin move, trying to get a shot off, and it just kind of shoots into the ground. That'll be the end of the third quarter. We have still 12 more minutes to play. 13 for Staples, only 2 for Greenwich. And I mean, I don't know. It's looking like this is a bit it. I mean, Staples fans starting to head out. You can see the fans, the student sections, ready to head to McDonald's after the game. You know, that's a fan favorite.
Yeah, definitely a fan favorite. I think I expected more from this Greenwich team today. You know, they got some great players on this team, and they haven't showed up. You know, they played the Wreckers close last game. I remember, at halftime, I don't exactly remember. It was a 2 or 3 goal game, and they've just gotten ran over today.
Yeah. They ran over, stomped on the whole 9 yards. And, I mean, still 12 minutes to play.
Definitely some time. You know, maybe if you get 3 or 4 goals, you hold the Wreckers to keep them at 13 goals in this game. Maybe that's a moral victory for Coach Bobby Lux and the team, but can't imagine they're going to be able to cut this 11-goal deficit right here.
And it is crazy to think about that this Staples team just lost to Wilton kind of in handily fashion. Wasn't that close just a couple of days ago, but once the playoffs come around, Staples kind of flips the switch and looks like a whole nother team. It just proves that when they're on their type of game, no one can really compete with them.
Yes, I mean, Wilton's definitely a strong team, so it's definitely not completely uncharacteristic that for them to lose that game, but
yeah,
that was definitely a game Staples was favored in, so they might see that team again in the future, potentially in the FCIAC final.
And if Greenwich wants any kind of time for a comeback.
I want to give a shout out to Thomas Scott and Dylan Robin.
On the
just
call.
Finished up that baseball call. What a game.
WWPT all over the place. And like I was saying, if Greenwich wants any type of comeback, it'll have to be in the face-offs. They need offensive possessions back to back to back, as that will be a moving screen, I believe.
Yeah, moving screen's going to be called there.
Greenwich will get the ball, and I think they need to score on every single possession here.
Well, yeah, they're going to have to get one goal a minute.
Roughly, yep. As it is Jack Hamill, the Stokes commit.
He's committed to Stevens Institute of Tech.
Stevens Institute of Tech.
Somewhere in New Jersey.
That is not what you wanted, though, as Jake McGeehan ends up with the ball. Here's Ben Martell, already 1 goal in transition. Decides to just pull this one back. And the best thing Staples can do right now is just hold that ball.
Yeah, I feel bad for Jack Hamill. He's trying to clear the ball there. He's got no idea who to pass it to because he's got no one open. So the records are making it extremely difficult for him, and he kind of just throws it away and forces a pass.
I mean, it's just the bad news bears for Greenwich. Nothing doing for them. Here's Matthew Tiber. Some first looks at the game. I think that's Connor Petrosino. Oh no, that was Jack Ply, excuse me. Now Ben Martell. Still a good, almost all soft starters out there, except for the exception of 2 or 3. Surprised to see them this late into the game at this scoreline.
I mean, definitely for the younger guys here, Ben Martell and Jack Ply, it's important for them to play to get some playoff experience. And Staples is going to turn it over there, stepping in the crease.
Charlie Clark stepped in the crease there. Back-to-back turnovers to start this 4th quarter. Now, Bobby Stanley on the break for Greenwich. I mean, they have only 2 goals this game. I think Staples had that in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, that's their guy, Max Townsend, trying to create some sort of offense.
Rory Benton having none of it. The senior leader on this defense. I mean, Staples all across the board. There's no easy matchups. I know you've mentioned it. And Greenwich trying to go one-on-one here is just not really working against anyone. That was Alex Kovics on the defense right now. Tyler Bell trying to attack Alex Kovics. It is now back to Townsend. Townsend-Ben matchup. Townsend lets one rip, but that one will go out of play, and Finn Edwards will get the hustle, get the ball, and Staples will get possession. As you see the fans, I mean, still a decent amount of fans here, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Greenwich there, you cannot get out-hustled. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You got to get the backup. It's such an easy thing to do, but Finn Edwards is able to get there. And Max Hill takes a full field shot, and he's on the ground. Took a big hit. Game still going on.
That is not good.
Not good, and they're going to come in there and pause the game.
And the trainer will come out. I mean, this is terrible if you're Staples. The game is basically over, 9 minutes left, and this is why we talked about Coach K taking out the starters. I mean, that is an All-American right there down on the field because he's playing minutes he doesn't really need to. As everyone on the field is taking a knee.
He appears...
He was slapping the ground. It does not look good right now. Kind of a hush has gone over the Staples crowd and what this means for their future.
Definitely agree with that.
I mean, they have battled through injuries all year. Max Hill himself has missed some games. Hunter Pillai has missed some games, including key ones like Brunswick. They've had many different injuries, some goalie switches mid-season, and through it all, they've had a pretty good season to this date.
Yeah, definitely a 12-4 record for the Wreckers. With the as hard of a schedule as the Wreckers play, to only have 4 losses, I mean, that's a great thing. I mean, play Brunswick, #1 team in the country. Plays St. Anthony's, who's #1 in the country like the last 2 years. So,
played New Canaan twice, played Darien once. As Max Hill will get up, it seems to be the right foot. He's kind of hopping on it, shaking it around. He is able to walk off on his own power. That is great news. I assume that'll be the last of him we'll see today. No reason for Coach K to test it out, make him injure it even more.
Definitely a great sign, a sigh of relief for all the Wreckers fans as they clapped when he stood up. Because losing Max Hill, I mean, that's like losing Michael Jordan. That's like losing Tom Brady.
That is the soul of your team, as Staples does have possession offensively. After that injury is Petrosino. And again, the starters still remain out there. Half the starters, half the bench players right now for Staples. Charlie Clark. Love to see some bench players involved here. Charlie Clark already 3 goals. Ben Martell gets the goal. That's a good-looking shot there from the freshman. Adds to the lead, 12-goal lead now, and he has 2 on the day.
Ben Martell having his best game of the season with another rip up high. I mean, it feels like Hamill's weakness has been those high shots. I mean, he hasn't really been able to get any saves, and whenever they've gone low, for the most part, he's been pretty consistent. So definitely something for Hamill to work on when he gets to Stevens Institute of Tech next season.
And that is great film from Staples, the coaching team, telling their offensive players. As we do see some more guys offensively. J.C. Gura, the senior, checking in. Someone you don't normally see.
Yeah, for the Wreckers.
Eric Skolnick, though, what's new? Winning faceoffs. I mean, no one, and Jake McGeehan right now, no one looks like they can stop him. Here's J.C. Gura with the first start. Would love to see a shot at him. He's ready to attack. J.C. Gura. Oh, I thought he was going to have it there. J.C. Gura kind of throws it away. Greenwich will come up with it. Evett Straub come up with it, but just turns it over again. Jake McGeehan. It's been kind of a cleanup there, as offsides is called on Staples.
Yeah, it was like Matthew Tiber stepped off sides.
And he realized that as soon as he did it.
Got to communicate. One of the defensive guys went over the line, and then he has to stay back. Staples failed to communicate. So 7.5 minutes remaining. Greenwich is going to step it in the box and get an offensive possession.
Now Luke Wasaki.
Seems like the Wasaki brothers right here at the top, 15 and 12. They've been a key part to this Greenwich team.
And I mean, credit to them. They're 10th and 9th graders, and they look like the leaders of this team, offensively at least. And just means the future is bright for Greenwich. And by the way, this game is not the last game of their season. They still have states to look forward to, as Josh Agreda finds Max Townsend, another 10th grader. And if my stats are right, most of these guys are in 10th, 9th, some 11th graders, few 12th graders, as that is a great stick save from Grant Thiesinger on the ground. He has had a phenomenal game today. Not very tested, though.
Unfortunate for Greenwich. Goes right off the post, and a great save by Thiesinger. And now he's able to clear it to Parker Toohey, checking into the game, and he's going to get a shot.
Parker Toohey, oh!
Wide right.
Parker Toohey, defenseman. Don't normally see him on the offensive end. But Staples will get possession, and here I think a timeout was called. And now I believe the subs will come in. There's 6 minutes left remaining in this game. And you could practically call this one over, start the buses, and head on home for Greenwich. And next, I mean, what a matchup it will be Tuesday at Wilton. I expect everyone and more to be at Wilton, or at least tuning in. I'm sure someone will be on the call for WWPT against Darien.
I anticipate the entire town of Westport being there, or listening right here on WWPT 90.3 FM, because back in the regular season, Darien, Staples, Darien won that game.
Yeah.
A rematch. Staples has an opportunity to right that wrong and defeat Darien in the semifinals, and then they're going to look at the finals, maybe a third matchup against New Canaan. Maybe another matchup against Wilton.
It's hard to be a team once, really hard to be a team twice, but to be a team 3 times in one season is dang near impossible. It's what they say.
They do say that. I mean, you look at professional sports leagues. How hard is it to sweep an MLB series? It's very difficult.
We see it like Greenwich, Alabama. They play twice the regular season. They see each other in the playoffs, and it's a whole nother game. And back to that Darien game that we're going to see upcoming. Do you know the matchup in the last year's state playoff final?
I believe it was Staples and Darien.
Staples, Darien, those two teams. There's some bad blood between those teams. The original rivals, I believe.
It kind of feels like the last few years, Staples has dominated Darien in the playoffs. In the regular season, Darien's had their number.
And we do have some subs. Here is Jack Pillai, who is actually one of the more tenured guys here. Not tenured, but gets a lot of playing time with the stick save. Offensively, it was J.C. Gura. Chase Kameyer was out there, still out there.
Yeah, Asher Vengro and Ben Lindvald in the game now.
As we see some of the newer guys checking in. Luke Golden, a name we haven't called out so far. Alex Nizel. And there's just a fight for the ball. I mean, who wants it more? And I still can't tell. And Greenwich will come up with it. Tyler Phillips. And just a bad pass that will be a turnover. Alex Kovacs will get the ball.
Also to mention, Nate Hammond is in the game now at goalie.
A little interesting thing they got going on there this season. Nate Hammond, the junior, more experienced than the sophomore Grant Thiesinger, has started the first 5 or so games. But then Grant Thiesinger came to replace him, as that was Chase Kameyer got kind of pummeled there. As he tried to release the ball, ended up being, was it turnover or was there a timeout first?
There's a timeout called first by the Wreckers right before. Going back to that goalie discussion, the Wreckers, you know, they lost Josh Marcus last year, you know, a 4-year starter for them.
He was doing great things at UNC, by the way.
Great things at UNC, so they had a competition, but I think it actually puts the Wreckers in an advantage. You got 2 goalies you're confident in at any time, and you know, if one's not playing great, throw the other one in.
Exactly.
Friendly competition, and
I think the best thing about it is that both goalies. I think the best thing about it is that both goalies are taking it so well, supporting each other on the journey they have together. Nate Hammond, when he got benched, he did nothing but smile, congratulated Grant Thiesinger, has been his biggest fan ever since. And they have actually grown quite close, I believe, talking to both of them.
Shows great character.
Great character.
The Wreckers. That's what you need to win a championship. So.
And you can see the chemistry of this team. The starters cheering just as louder, almost louder for the bench guys as it was vice versa to start the game. And I mean, just shows the chemistry and proves this team has what it takes to make it a deep run in these playoffs, both FCIACs and states. We Ben Martell against the senior Teddy Johnson, playing his last FCIAC moments. Ben Martell dumps it down. Finds Chase Kameyer, now J.C. Gura. Levi Belzer in there, had the ball periodically. Now fight for the ball, J.C. Gura in the mix. I mean, now 6 guys in the mix.
Greenwich possession's gonna be called.
Greenwich possession will be called. I think that was Asher Vengro there. Yeah, it was Asher Vengro on the mix. As Greenwich and Hamill will get things going. We're 4 minutes away from this FCIAC quarterfinal win for Staples in dominant fashion, as Teddy Johnson takes it himself into the offensive end. James Webster still on the hunt. And again, I think I'm looking at this roster now. There are only 3 seniors on this team. It's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, wow. I just noticing that. I think it's counting 4, but
4.
There's 3 or 4. Shows maybe this team will be a lot better in a few years.
Yeah, they'll definitely have one of the most experienced teams in a couple of years, for sure. Here's Tyler Phillips. Some of the defenders also in there. Tyler Little's in there on defense for Staples, guarding Agreda. And now it is Townsend getting guarded by Grant Bozeman, the sophomore. Kovacs now on defense against Wasaki. Kovacs trying to force something. Wasaki with the goal. And I mean, it's the Wysocki brothers, Luke Wysocki, Zach Wysocki, the 10th and 9th graders, kind of doing everything offensively for Greenwich as they claw one back in kind of a consolation prize at this point.
A fantastic sweep dodge right there by Luke Wysocki. Sweeps over the top over Alex Kovacs, and he's able to get a good look.
Yeah, fading away, bounced it right under Grant Thiesinger's legs. Looks a little Mahomey there.
That's definitely the offense that Greenwich has been needing all day, but
yeah, could have had
too little, too late.
Could have had that a lot more. As it is 14-3. New foe goes in for Staples. As wow, they got collision between two different Staples players. That is Daniel Devine, and oh no, a Greenwich player is down on the ground.
Hard to see what happened there. He pops right back up. That's Matt Critchell.
Matt Critchell. It was, I think, Sam DiGiovanni and Daniel Devine kind of collided with each other and somehow laid all that force onto Matt Critchell, but he walks off on under his own power. As Greenwich will get another attempt. Bowden Farmer, starter for Greenwich offense. Greenwich kind of calming things down. We'll see if they can get another goal here. Is Townsend. Townsend got past the defender. Wild shot. Cannot hit, but hustle from Greenwich. Tyler Phillips gets the ball, and he's looking to attack. We have 2 minutes and some change remaining. Here's Agreda. Agreda, what a play there by
Parker Tui had the check.
Tui?
Yep, Parker Tui had the check there. Looked like Greenwich was about to get a good opportunity to score, and he took that all away with one quick check. But it's going to stay with Greenwich. 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining.
Defense here from Alex Kovacs. It is Bowden Farmer on the offense. Takes it back out to Wysocki. Luke Wysocki, Daniel Devine going at it. Minute 30 left. Townsend now. Trying to find any space. Trying to cut this into a 10-point lead. Here's now Tyler Phillips. Gets hammered. And there's a flag flies. I think it'll stay with Greenwich. I think the hit was a little too aggressive there from Sam DiGiovanni.
Yeah. Gonna sub off, or
Dan Devine.
Dan Devine's gonna come off. A big collision. And now Greenwich is gonna go on the power play. Running clock though, because this game is so far apart.
It is 11 goal leads for Staples. It has kind of been that way ever since like 5 minutes into the first quarter. It was still a 5-0 lead. There are 40 seconds remaining. Greenwich playing their last FCIAC moments of the season, as there was a rip by Townsend. Is no good. Still running clock though. So we'll see 1 or 2 more shots from Greenwich, and that will be about it. Tyler Phillips finds Agreda. Townsend, someone got to shoot. And they do. That was Bowden Farmer. Still couldn't score. And I mean, clock ticking, 10 seconds left now. Agreda, could Greenwich get a shot at the buzzer? Here's Townsend. Now Wysocki will let one rip. Stick saved by Thiesinger, and that will be it. The Hornet sounds. Staples are moving on to the FCIAC semifinals, setting a rivalry matchup at Wilton on Tuesday against Darien. Wouldn't want to miss it.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that matchup. I'm definitely going to be tuning in over on WWPT 90.3 FM for an all-time classic I'm expecting on Tuesday.
It will be a great one. Not very exciting for this game. Not a lot to it, just dominance after dominance after dominance from Staples. They will move on. Pillai, their lead scorer with 6 goals. Clark had a hat trick himself. Too many goals to count. Goals from 6 different Staples players, as that will about do it. Staples 14, Greenwich 3. I'm Ethan Castor, joined alongside Ryder Sklar. It has been a pleasure, and we will see you back on WWPT 90.3 FM.